YouTube and they can watch this again if you want to. Some people aren't coming tonight, so I thought I might as well just record it. Right, can we do some shoulder rolls to start with then? Just a few shoulder rolls. Actually, put the rings down to start with. We'll do a little warm up before we start going straight into the ring, I think. Just a few shoulder rolls back. So everybody's okay then? No one's got anything I need to be aware of? No injuries or anything?
This wrist
Just
weak,
wrist.
so if we do anything,
Yeah, just
I've got the same as well.
Yeah. Wrist.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. Well, my doctor said it's now.
It is a lot of mousy work. Yeah. What I get people doing yoga, probably Pilates as well, is really kind of, if you're doing any upper body, really try and use your hands to grip a little bit, and then that kind of switches on your lower arm, which then helps the wrist out. So when you're doing down dogs or anything upper body, I'll go for it. It sometimes does help actually, because this is what gets weak, because it's just always, it's never really strengthened. This
from there all the way down to there.
yeah, because you had that before as well, didn't you? Just some side bends. Yeah. So it hasn't got any. Because it went into your neck as well, didn't it? But that's all right now, is it? Your neck's okay. That's all right then.
But I've been repaired now, so
Yep. I know. It's just where do all these aches and pains come from? Oh my god. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Okay, do a bit of shoulder work as well to warm those up. So arms out. Going to take little finger up and then little finger up again. So it's like a full rotation in the shoulders. So just getting into those. Because they get quite stiff too. Shoulder rotation. Good. So right from the shoulder. That's there. Good. And then just bring the arms up, spread the fingers, and then just draw the elbows down and lift the chest. So we're kind of squeezing and activating the back of the body. Squeeze. And a couple more. And one more. Then we do a little twist out. So just taking the arms out. We're just going to turn. Which way should we go first? We'll go to the right first. So we keep this right hip coming forward. That's quite hard to do. So when we do it on the floor, you don't have to do that. This time I have to push this right hip forward and then come centre and then push the left hip forward. So that hip doesn't swing back. Yeah, so your hip should stay facing forward. And then centre, push the right hip forward. So as you go around, push that hip forward. You'll find otherwise it will go back. Centre and then the left hip forward to get that rotation. Yeah, so really activate the bum. Squeeze the bum cheeks. And just kind of tuck under and push that hip forward, and then one more forward. Got arms raking already. And then right hip forward. Centre. Well, then start with the rings, yeah. And then forward. And then roll the shoulders down. Okay, we'll get into the hips a little bit more. So taking it into the left side. So spread the toes on the left side. We're going to take the right foot. Just say hands on the hips. Forward, and then we kind of take that back but without moving the hips. So forward, tap, and then squeeze the bum and go back. So forward, tap, squeeze that bum cheek, go back. So I think we do 8. So 4, squeeze, 3, squeeze, that's good. 2, it's kind of getting your balances around, isn't it? And 1. And then take that foot down. Take the left foot forward and then squeeze that back again. Trying to keep the hips still. Trying to keep that stability. Squeeze back, tap forward, squeeze back, tap forward, and then 4 more. 4, tap forward, squeeze, 2, 3. And this one then. 2, tap forward, and squeeze back for 1, and then take that back to your start. Sorry, I forgot to do the stance. Heels together, just how we find it, feet out, and then bring the heels so they come in line with the toes. So you get your stance, and then hips. So take the hands back on the hips. We're going to tuck under the tailbone. So again, a little bit like we do on the mat. Push the hips back, so a little bit of a dot going on, and then squeeze the hips forward, and then push the bum out. So we're just getting into that lower back, just getting that movement into that lower back. So important, that area gets so stiff, especially if you're doing a lot of most of people working from home, desk working mostly. No, not too much desk working. Oh, it's a nightmare in a desk work. Squeeze. especially with lockdown, because you sit a lot anyway, don't you, in your desk work as well, and oh my god. So a couple more squeeze, and back, and then one more squeeze, and back, and then just roll the shoulders in. Okay, so take your rings now. So we'll do a bit of arm work at the same time. So a little bit of balancing. So we're going to come up for 5 in breaths and down for 5 out breaths. So a bit like our 100 we do. So it's and then out. Don't worry about too much about the breathing there if you're not sure. So we're going to lift the right leg up. So we inhale for 5, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So tap the foot down and then bring it up again. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, take the foot down. 2, and 1. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And again. So again, the arms back in. And then land that foot into the other side. So inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. 2 more. Good balance. I can't look at you too much because I'll fall over. And 1 more. And then take the foot down about hip distance. Bring the rings up. We're going to do a side stretch. So squeeze the ring, inhale out through the waist, and then exhale, leaning over. Big stretch down side body. Inhale. Exhale. And then center. Lift up and then over to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze and then back to centre, and then just bring the rings down. We're going to come down onto the floor actually. So rolling down, coming down onto the floor, and then just resting. Got a block, doesn't matter if you've got a block, whatever you've got, just head down. It's not important. So we're going to take our breathing while we're down here. So just taking the hands around. Oh, actually, you can use the rings for this. We used to, didn't we? So bring the rings above your chest. So we can still keep those arms going. We need to keep these arms going, don't we? So inhale. As you exhale, little squeeze of the ring. Activating your transverses. And again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Couple more. So pushing all that breath out. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. And 1 more. And then we're just going to rock it out, just get a little bit more into that lower back, because that always gets so stiff. And then half that rock, and half again. And then the right leg hip release. We're going to drop the right knee out, push it away, and then exhale, squeeze it back in. Inhale, drop and slide. Exhale, squeeze it back in. This is when you find out good hip, bad hip. And then 1 more. Hips are so stiff. Squeeze back in. And then drop into the middle line, push away. Exhale, back in. So inhale, drop in. Exhale, back in. 2 more. And 1 more. And then the left leg, inhale. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, drop out. Exhale, back in. 2 more. And 1 more. And then dropping into the midline, push away, exhale, back up. 2 more. And 1 more. And then just coming into a few ab preps with the ring. So we're going to inhale, bring the ring behind. As we exhale, squeeze the ring coming up. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, push away. 2 more. 1 more. Ceiling and lower. And again, inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale in. Exhale away. Ceiling and lower. And a couple more. Inhale. Exhale, come up. In. Exhale. 3 times. Ceiling and lower. And 1 more. Coming up. ceiling and lower. And then just take the rings down, take a little hug in. So just rock it out a few times. So we've done a little flexion. So we're going to come up and onto our tummies and do a little bit of back work. So just resting the head onto the head pad. So the neck is nice and long. Palms just down. We're just going to take a couple of lifts. So we're going to inhale as we come up. And we're going to exhale as we go down. So make sure the top of the head is pushing towards the opposite wall. And also at the same time, make sure you're drawing your elbows towards your feet. That's going to really activate those back muscles. And just lightly press down into the backs of the feet. Just very lightly, just so your legs don't lift too much. Kind of activates those bum muscles a little bit as well. So a couple more. And then we're going to leave the head down, take the arms a little wider. Going to bring the arms forward and then squeeze them back. Just keeping the head down for now. Squeeze the elbows down to the waist. So we inhale, exhale, squeeze down towards the waist. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Couple more. And one more. And then this time we're going to lift the head, so it's a little harder. Squeezing down. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Really feeling those back muscles. The elbows come down, arms face down. One more. Squeeze. And then come down, change arm position. So now we're going to take the arms so the palms are facing inwards. So we inhale up. Exhale down. Couple more. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then change arm position again. So palms are down onto the block. Reverse that. Head just resting in the hands. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Couple more. And then take the forearms and just press yourself up. So you've got that back activation. You're drawing your shoulders down. Take the knees open and bring the heels together. So we're going to take some squeezes. Just get into those hamstrings, bum muscles. And as you do that, make sure you're not raising your shoulders, so squeeze down. So squeeze the heels on the exhale, on the inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Squeeze your shoulder blades down, squeeze and release. Couple more. And then release one leg down, other leg down. Just going to make that a little bit harder. So if it's too much, go back to that one. We're going to take the hands so the palms are facing up. Take the legs together. So we take 3 pulses to come into the bum. 3, 2, 1. Then we open the legs and the palms face in. The legs open. Squeeze the bum loads. Take it back together. 3 pulses. So if you want to bring the breaths in, inhale, reach and open. Exhale, 3 pulses. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, 3 pulses. Inhale, open. Exhale, 3 pulses. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then release that down. Take the hands down. Take a little shower stretch. All a bit stiff. God, even I feel a bit stiff tonight. So just rest the head down. Take a little rest there. Take the head down. Now if you can't quite get the head down, just do your hands. Just take it just resting on your hands. And just breathe into the back of the body. Inhale into the back. Exhale. And then roll yourself up. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs now, and then we need to check out the roll up, don't we? Let's see if we can still do this. So you can do half if you want to, if you can't quite get there. But don't forget, the most important, I just want to see if anyone's going to the side. Just make sure you're not going to the side. We'll keep an eye on you on this one. So legs together, arms up. So we either inhale, exhale halfway, ceiling and lower, or if you can, inhale. Exhale, coming up. Reaching for the feet. Oh, well done. Oh, well done, Jo. You've been practicing, haven't you? Well done. I suppose it has been a year and a half. I forget.
I got a thick carpet at home.
Yeah, no, it's good though. You can do it, that's good. Nobody's there. You still can't do it, no. No. You haven't had any cupcakes today, have you? That's fine, you can just do half. Sometimes people never do it though, it just, if there's a lot going on in that area, sometimes if your back's a bit stiff and the lower back, I'm probably doing a lot of flexor work as well, sometimes doesn't help, because it gets your spine really stiff, doesn't it?
I've been doing it for years, Kate, I still can't.
One day you'll pop up, you'll be really excited. So a couple more. I think if you do something when I struggle, and I think, God, what's wrong with me? And then sometimes it's fine, it's different. Your body just, different days, I think. Depends what you've been doing, I suppose. So a couple more. Roll back down. That's good, and then one more. Excellent. And then we try the teaser as well. So that's similar, but with the legs bent up, and then we do a kind of a little bit of a sitter. So again, you can just do half. You can come here and up, or inhale, exhale, coming up. Then we reach for the arms, but drop the shoulders, and we exhale down. Nice and controlled, so nice and evenly. Inhale, nod. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale down. Oh, that's good. No one's gone one-sided, so that's good. But I might see a few skew with. That's really good. Fabulous. That's one thing I do miss kind of watching people a little bit, just to make sure they're not doing everything. Doing strange stuff. That's good. That's one good one that needs to be done with good technique, as they say. And then coming down, then we're going to try and lift the legs up, bent knees. Inhale. This wakes up your core muscles. Exhale. Inhale, ceiling, and then exhale down. Or you can just come halfway. That's fine. You might be able to do it like that. Sometimes it's easier. No, that's fine. You can hold on to your thighs. It's fine. You can do your thighs as long as you're not twisting. If you've got both thighs evenly and your shoulders are coming up evenly, you're not pushing one shoulder forward, it's perfect, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do a couple of those. Yeah, just hold your thighs, come up. Don't watch that. I'm not allowed to watch you now. I'm allowed to watch you now. I kept thinking about doing one of those Zoom things, but I thought, oh, I don't know what I could do all watching on screens and stuff. Add a couple more coming up, ceiling and lower, and then hogging. Just a few rocks there. And we're just going to flip over and do our plank one, because this is another one that sometimes technique can be dodgy. So with your wrists, so this is going to be a wristy one. So make sure you're gripping the mat, that's the first thing. So you grip with your fingers. So what that's going to do is switch on your hands and also your lower arm. It might hurt a little bit, but it's going to strengthen. So even if you just practice gripping with your hands, switch on these muscles, that's going to help out the shoulder and the wrist, if you know what I mean. Because if you're working the shoulder and you're hanging out in the wrist and you're activating these muscles, it can push into the wrist. Oh, it might be raining because the things are straight. So yeah, so just a little grip with the hand, so everybody do that anyway, because that's going to protect your wrist. So grip with the fingers, and also make sure the eyes of your elbows are forward. So you're not coming here, your elbows aren't out, they're forward, that's it. So your shoulders are up. Oh, yours look like coming down. Oh yeah, no, that's right. And then make sure you're not locking out your elbows too much. So maybe slightly soften your elbows. Because you're quite flexible actually, Faye, aren't you? Yeah, you're like me, because my elbows almost go backwards. So yeah. So just make sure you're softening them a little bit. And then tuck under one toe. And then tuck under the other. Now drop your knees as an option. You don't have to stay in plank, that's fine, don't struggle. And then just kind of push the ground away and grip with your fingers. Eyes of the elbows forward. Tuck the tailbone. So your tailbone is tucked, so you switch on those lower tummy muscles. And then if you can, point one toe, take it down, point the other toe. Or you can just keep the knees dropped, that's fine. Just work on the upper body. That might be, the upper body might be a little bit weak. We'll build up to that. So yeah, just drop the knees and just work on that. In fact, you can drop the knees and just extend the legs here if you want to. And just work on gripping with the fingers. It's fine, you don't have to do full plank. So a couple more. And then drop the knees down. And take your hands together. Clasp them and just take a few wrist turns there. Just to release all those clicks and clunks. And then back the other way. Good. Another good wrist stretch as well, if you do a lot of keyboard work, is take the thumbs to the outside of your mat. I do this sometimes in yoga. Take thumbs to the outside of your mat so your wrists are kind of facing forward, and then walk the knees back a little bit, and then just kind of sit back and just let the wrists just lift up a little bit. They will lift up a little bit, and you should be able to feel the stretch coming into your wrists. Yeah, that's good. Maybe, why are your shoulders coming forward? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Bring your shoulders back and down. That's it. That's a really good one for the wrists as well. And then do the arms all the way around as well for the shoulders. Full rotation. So inhale, exhale. So do 4 that way, and then 4 the other way. Coming down. 2 as if you're pushing something down. 3, all the way down, and 1 more. Oh, that's good. And then we're going to take the legs out in front. So again, this might be a little bit of a wristy one, but again, same principles. Make sure you're slightly gripping with your hands to the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, so you're kind of lifting the chest. Glue the feet together, glue the legs together. Squeeze the bum, tuck it under, and then lift it off. That's good. Squeeze the bum, tuck. And then if you want more, lift the right leg, take that down, and then lift the left leg, if you want a little more. And then take that down. I know, it's your legs are stuck together. I did tell you to glue them together, didn't I? We'll do one more if you want to. So tuck under, squeeze, lift the kneecaps up. The more muscles you can activate, so push with the hands, squeeze the bum, lift the knees, point the feet down, lift the right leg, take that down, and lift the left leg. And take that down, that's good. And then release again. Just turn the wrist this time a few times one way, a few times the other. Because the trouble is, if you've got weak wrists, you need to work them still to get them strength. And if you just don't use them, they get worse, that's the trouble. So it's just finding all those little things to stretch and to even just go on all fours and practice the grippy finger thing, because that will strengthen your forearms then. Because all your forearms do is this when you're doing key work, they don't really do a lot, so you need the strength there to kind of help out the wrist then, because otherwise it's just hanging in the wrist. Yeah, that's the trouble, I know it's a catch-22, because it hurts when you do it, so then you don't want to do it, and then they get weaker, and yeah. Okay, so how much time have we got left? Oh, we've got loads of time left actually. So we're coming to single leg stretch now, so coming in, hug your knees in, take the left leg to the ceiling, take the right hand outside the foot, left hand inside the knee, inhale, nod. Exhale, coming up, lower the left leg down, and then we inhale twice. Exhale twice. This is where my cracky knee comes in. Does anybody else get cracky knees? Yeah. I've got a cracky right one. It's like... Oh, Daisy's great. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. inhales, 2 exhales. One more. And then we're going to bring it in, just support the head. So we're going to come into obliques. So take the hands around the head, squeeze the shoulders towards each other, so your elbows open. Inhale, and as you exhale, come over to the right leg. Inhale, center, bring the knees back together. Exhale to the left leg. So just do it slowly. Inhale, exhale. So we get into those obliques. One more each leg. And then sit up. Bring the knees in. So we'll do a little bit of extension now. So take the feet down. Actually, grab the rings as well. Forget about rings. We're going to bring these between the knees. So we'll do a little bit of squeezing. So rings in between the knees. Take the feet down. And make sure your feet are flat. So you've got your big toe down, your little toe down. Your knees run over your ankles, flatten through your shoulder blades. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone right under, squeeze it up. And then we take some pulses. So inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Really good one for the bum. And also stretching around those hips. Good one to stretch those hip flexors as well. So we do a lot of desk work, we're just going to stretch those out. My bum definitely needs waking up. Couple more squeezes. Inhale and exhale, lower down. And then if you want to use the ring, we're going to come into 100 now. It's up to you if you use the ring or not. We're going to take the ring so it just comes below the ankles. Take it down for now actually. So just rest the head, the ring down. We're going to inhale, inhale. As we exhale, come into imprint and raise the leg. So just take the lower back down, flex the feet. So slightly bending at the knees, inhale, nod. Exhale, coming up. If you want to extend the legs or bend them, whatever feels good. Lower down a little if it's harder. Higher is easier. We're going to come 5 inhales, 5 exhales. So you can flex or point the feet, doesn't really matter, as long as the feet are quite active and not just hanging off the legs. So if you want to support the neck as well, if that neck's a bit sore, especially not used to all this, support it with one hand and change over and support it with the other. So just make sure you're doing a set with one hand and a set with the other. Couple more, I think. Let's get off of this. Inhale and exhale, drop down. Just take the ring out for now and just take a little hug in. Hug it in, hug it out. Rocks there. And then we're going to rock up and come into our half roll back. So we're going to get that back moving again after that 100. So palms are down. I haven't got balls or beans, doesn't matter. I've actually got a little ball in between there. Inhale. As we exhale, just going to roll it away. Drop the shoulder blades down and then inhale over. Exhale, coming back and inhale over. So make sure the feet stay down. Start to raise those and activate the legs. Just keep the work going on there in the lower tummy. Maybe slightly bend the elbows so the shoulders go down a little more. That's good. Oh, good techniques there. And then we're going to come into oblique. So we're going to bend the right arm, reach back. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, left arm, reach back. Inhale, tall. Exhale. And then one more each side. And then we're going to try our neck pull prep. So we're just going to take the hands a little bit harder on the forehead. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to go back just halfway. Inhale. And as we exhale, come over the legs. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, we'll hold. Exhale, over. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, over. A few more. Inhale. Exhale, over. Now if you want to advance this, you can come down onto your backs and do a full neck pull. If not, just continue with that. So inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come up. Doesn't matter if your hands go away, mind you. Coming forward, inhale. And as you exhale, all the way down. If you don't want to do that one, just do the prep, it's fine. So you can just do the half. You just come up, roll back, and then over. That's going to start to get those muscles going, so that's good. Again, this is when we don't try to twist on one side. Try and come up central. That's good. I need a fan in here, don't I? Hot. That's good. So, a couple more. And one more. And just finishing on your backs. Okay, taking the head pad away for this one, so options for this one. So you can either do the cross leg thing and just lift the bum. Again, that's going to get your lower tummy muscles prepared, obviously, to bring yourself over. So lifting your bum as much as you can. Or if you want to do the full roll over, inhale, keep the legs together. Exhale, pull over. Inhale, open. And then exhale, nice and controlled, rolling down. But if you don't want to do that straight away, maybe a bit too soon for that one, you can just do the cross leg and lift up. Depending on how much you've done online. I don't know. I think I've done the roll over a few times online. So just the cross-legged thing's fine. That's good. And then rolling down nice and slowly and nice and controlled. That's good. So cross-legged, probably about 15 each cross. So if you're doing one cross over and do about 15 the other cross. Cross-legged thing is good because it's getting into that lower tummy, starting to strengthen those muscles. Everybody's flagging now. It's good. And when you've done your 15 crosses each way, just give yourself a little hug and rock in. Just massaging that back, and then just a little twist out. So just take the arms out to the side and bring the knees over to the right side. Just a little twist out through that centre. Just releasing that lower back, stretching it out. And I'll definitely went that up today. Couple more breaths. And then centre. And then the other side. Just releasing that down. And then come back to centre, rock up, do a little bit of rotation, and then stretch out. So if you've got a block or anything to sit on, sometimes that might make it a little bit easier. Raise the pelvis a little bit, or towel or cushion, actually absolutely fine. Just so it just sits your hips up, so your hips stay in a neutral position, not rounding the back at all. So make sure you are sat tall, and let me take the legs wide. So we take it into saw first of all, so palms facing forward. So we come round, reach for that little toe, so the other sit bones down, come up, and then open the arms wide. And then again, let's rotate, reach for little toe, come up, and then open wide. So again, rotate, reach, up, and then wide. And again, forward, up, open, and again rotate. So breathing, if you want to do the breathing, is inhale, rotate, exhale, reach, inhale up, exhale, wide. Inhale, rotate, exhale, reach, inhale up, exhale, wide. That's good. Excellent, those hamstrings are good and looking more flexible. And in one more. Back to centre, and then bring the shoulders out. And then bring the legs together. I think we use the rings actually for this one, because it's good to keep those shoulders, they don't raise up. So just into that sternum area with a ring. Legs straight if you can, and feet to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, 3 breaths. Again, a little bit easier than standing because the hips stay there. So it's just coming round from that waist. Inhale, centre, exhale, 3 breaths. Inhale, centre, 3 breaths. Good. One more each side. Back to centre, and then take the legs a little wider than the ring between the legs. It's going to take a spine stretch forward, a little bit of resistance from the ring. So just imagine you're against the wall, head against the wall, inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin down, we're going to roll it down without taking the shoulders to the ear. So draw those down, little pressure on the ring, inhale. And then exhale, stacking the spine and the head sits on top. And again, inhale. Exhale, chin down, flexing. Shoulders down, inhale. Exhale, stacking. Again, chin down. Draw the breath out, inhale. Exhale, stacking. And then one more. Go notice how many ambulances go past here. I've seen Pilates, I suppose it's the A34, I suppose. It's straight on, isn't it? One more. And then stacking back up. And then ditch the rings for now. Do a little stretch out now. I think we deserve that. So coming into down dog, tucking under, bottoms up, and then just squeeze your heels down towards the floor. Pressing the ground away, gripping with the fingers. Eyes of the elbows forward. Couple of breaths there. So you can do in and out for the nose now if you want to. And I'm going to drop down the knees and take the right foot forward. Do a little hamstring stretch. So with this heel, draw it in towards you and tuck them round the spine. So lift the kneecap up and just tuck them round the spine. Couple of breaths there. Just getting into those hamstrings. And then bend that knee low, so in line with the ankle. Leave the other knee behind. Now if you need to pad that knee out, sometimes I do. Just stick a little bit of padding under that knee if it's a little sore. Just not putting too much pressure through there. And then push the chest forward. So you should feel that stretch for the hip flexor. Just check that knee still in line with the ankle, not too far forward. That's good. And I'm going to twist from here, so keep the left hand down, right arm reaches up, and arm reaches back. And as you do that, drop the head right down. So we're stretching for the neck. So drop the head backwards rather than forward. So back over that shoulder. So just drop it down. Try not to lift it too much. Just let it hang. That's good. And then change sides. So coming back to all fours. Maybe pop the other knee out. Get aggravation to the kneecap. And then the left foot forwards. Again, draw the heel in towards you so we activate that hamstring. Pull the kneecap up. Tuck the chin around the back. And just take a few breaths there. And then bend that knee. Maybe bring the hands on the inside, with the other knee behind and just push the chest forward. Just getting that stretch coming to that hip flexor. Couple breaths. And then take the right hand down, left arm reaches forward, up and back. I'm not sure if people are going to get a very good shot really because the sun's shining right on me. On the camera. Possibly. I'll put a breath there. And then bring that back, bring the leg back in, and then just take a few cat arches. So push the chest forward, and tucking around the spine, so we're going all the way down. Push the chest forward, and tucking around the spine. Couple more. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and come into standing. Feet to finish. Walking my feet, walking the hands, sorry. And then roll yourself up nice and slowly through the spine. Roll the shoulders a few times. And then just standing facing forward. Just make sure you've got your hip distance stance, spread the toes, and then just take a few sideys. Side bends. Drop on over. Couple more. And then inside. And then just drop the arms down with the shoulders, and then just a little neck stretch. So drop the head down to the right side, take a couple of rocks. Back over the shoulder and then centre, and then the other side. Just a couple of rocks there. Back over the shoulder, back to centre. And then thank you very much, everybody. Oh, I might need 10 minutes to clean, apparently. I don't know what I'm going to clean. Just all timed up. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me. It's really nice to see everybody. I'm going to have to actually see people on the screen. In fact, now.